Hi everyone, Heather here. I don't know if you know me, maybe some of you don't, but I'm the owner and I'm the one who takes the appointments. I'm making this video about the walk-ins that I want to offer in February, just to kind of give a little bit of an explanation about the difference between our walk-ins and appointments. So the appointments are set so that they're pretty quick. You arrive, within 15 minutes, generally you're out the door, back on your way, doing your thing. I set these up so that we go through them pretty quick. There is a limitation on the amount of items you can bring. I set those at 25. And that's just so that I can have these appointments be really quick and be able to see as many people as I possibly can, because there are a lot of you out there wanting to consign with us, which is great. So that's the appointments. For February, for the walk-ins, what I do is I pick a day, a couple of days, and a set amount of time. And during that time, anyone can show up at any time, and the maximum number of items will be 15 items. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, maybe it sounds like a lot, but 15 is really so that I can get through as many people again, so people aren't sitting and waiting for a really long time, and also just to help you really take the time to be mindful about the things you bring. Having a limitation like that, I think, requires the consignor to do a little bit more work so that I don't end up being sort of on the receiving end of things that have stains and damages and stuff that you've just like thrown in a bag. So because you just want to be rid of it. That's not what this is. Consignment is supposed to be a little bit more intentional than that. And as much as I am fine to look through things to find the best stuff, that is my job, and it has been for about 8 years now. I worked in consignment before this, but yeah, so that's been my job. But I do appreciate there being a little bit of an effort on your part to be selective about the stuff that you bring to me. So it'll be 15 items max. There will likely be a wait. You come in, you'll put your name on the sign-in sheet, and then we need you to stick around, be really close by. The cool thing is that we have a coffee shop 2 doors down. We got Muddy Water. There's a taco place across the street. There's little places you can go if you want to get out of the shop, but we do appreciate you sticking around, especially if there's only a few names ahead of you, so that I can get your stuff, get going looking through it, and then have you there present to show you what I'm taking so that I can bag it up and move on to the next person. So that's a really important thing. If you were going to go next door or across the street or wherever to get a coffee, to get a taco, you'll leave your phone number and just will need to be accessible to us, or I have the right to refuse to look through your stuff, so I can just move right on to the next person. You'll lose your spot in line. Again, this is not meant to make things difficult. It's meant to make things easier on me and helping to accommodate as many people as possible. And again, not wasting people's time so they have to stand around waiting for you to come back to look at your stuff, to see what I'm taking. So if you're not present when we call your name and you don't come back after a call and I see the next person, then we will just remove you from the list. We will not be taking recycling donations through the month of February, and probably also through the month of March. Those are the 2 months that I just need to get our storage space in order. So whatever you bring in, whatever we don't take, you will have to take back with you. There will be no option for leaving it and donating it for recycling at this time. So that's just temporary, and we will bring that back in hopefully in March, but maybe in April. Just so you're aware of that. And I think that's kind of it. I think for those days I'll probably have some snacks. You'll be able to look around. We'll have music on. I mean, it'll be nice. You can sit on the couch and socialize and meet some of the other consigners. It'll be fun. We'll try and make it as painless a process as possible. But if anyone's familiar with other consignment shops like Buffalo Exchange or Beacon's Closet, these are big chains. And this is exactly how they operate. They look at stuff right away. It's not exactly, but it's similar. They look at stuff right away. People walk in, they queue up. Sometimes it takes an hour. Sometimes it takes 20 minutes. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes. It kind of just depends on who else is there and how busy it is. So I offer this as an option for a little bit more flexibility, because you don't have to get on the list for an appointment, which I know can be difficult and has in the past been a little difficult. And again, that just comes down to there being so many people who want to bring their stuff, and me being one person looking through it. So for the time being, until I can find somebody who can do this job as well. This is just the way that it is. And I appreciate your cooperation and your understanding. So that will be for February walk-ins, and then for March, there will be obviously that option for making an appointment. And in the email, I'll have the instructions for specifying, those details, what I need from you in order to put you on the list for a March appointment. And again, I don't mean to make it too difficult or confusing on purpose or anything like that. It's really just to ensure that you're paying attention, so that I know that you're meeting me in the middle there with some effort. Again, because I'm dealing with your property, and I want you to be informed about the process, and make sure that you're again paying attention. I am still having people show up with more than 25 items, or more than the allotted amount. I'm still having people show up and ask me what our consignment split is. I am fine to answer these questions, but again, it's all available on our website. I do want you guys to just at least have a little bit of a grasp of the basic policy stuff, so that you know what your role in this is, so that there's no confusion or frustration. So that's that. I hope that the walk-ins end up being a good option for some of you, and we will be taking spring things. We are done with winter. Do not bring coats. Do not bring furs. You can bring sweaters and spring colors, but nothing that's too wintry. But we're looking now at like early spring, especially for February, because thinking about the 60-day term, it'll be February, March, a little bit into April, depending on when we get them priced. So just thinking about what you would be wearing during that time, and considering the weather might be hot by April. We don't know. It could be anything. So it's all a little up in the air. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for listening. And I hope to see you in February or March.